Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to Pop Live. If any of you,
I did it.
if you sure did. If any of you are joining us, wow, this is really hot.
What's hot?
My mic. Can you turn mine down maybe a little bit, just a tad?
Are you this one?
Yeah. So there we go. Okay, much better. Hey, Brian's here. You didn't get to see the whole dog spot. What dog spot were we on right there?
It was Carrie. I think we're
Okay.
on Carrie. I'll
Okay.
rewind it so you can start from. I think it's like 5 minutes or something.
It's a great video.
Yeah,
but,
it's so cute.
But we have a show to run here, Brian. So maybe next week, if you jump on, it'll be on. Who knows? This is a long loop of stuff. Anyways, for those of you who are joining us from my Instagram live, I was letting you know to jump on here and join us. Thanks for making the trek over from IG. Today we're going to be talking about gear that we think will help you improve your video calls, aka Zooming. And so some of you who have been on Zoom calls with us have commented like, wow, you guys look so much clearer and sound so much better. Like, what do you guys use? And for the longest time I would say like, oh, it's complicated. There's a lot of stuff going into it. But today we are going to try to complicate it and make it something that's easy to understand and digest. We got a few very simple products that we think will help improve your Zoom calls dramatically and hopefully not break the bank. Some of them might break the bank, but it just depends on how far you want to go with this. So one, we'll talk about it. I have some examples here and I'll show you how it works, explain how it works. I even recorded a sample video just to show the differences between using your stock camera and microphone on your laptop versus some of the products that we bought. And then on top of all that, I think in the chat or in the description, we have a link. It's a link,
in the chat.
a link to our website that gives you a list of all of the products that we talk about here and where you can get them on Amazon. And it's like our special Amazon link.
Do I leave it where it says R?
Yeah. So R gives it to both chats.
Oh.
So Jamie's putting it in the chat right now. If you want to go to that link, that'll take you to where you can learn more and purchase those items. And if you purchase it from this link, Amazon gives us credit. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but that's why.
I'm not sure. They're very specific.
Yeah. So just know that we specifically chose these items for you. Take that for how you will. But before we get started, did you have anything you wanted to share or talk about since I've torpedoed this thing and hogged the whole show?
This is you. This
Okay.
one's all your stuff.
As long as you don't fall asleep.
I might.
Okay. Well, grab your pillows, folks, because I'm about to talk a lot. So, first of all, the first thing when you're doing like video calls or if you're using Zoom, a lot of you have just used your laptop, stock camera, and stock microphone.
Built in.
And you don't know how good or bad you sound. For the most part, if you use the built-in stuff, it sounds and looks terrible. And so I'm going to show you a video I pre-shot on Zoom just so that you saw how it looks on Zoom, because Zoom does downgrade the quality. Like if you were to use your cameras and whatnot and see yourself on your computer for your own like computer recordings, it looks and sounds pretty good. But when you go through Zoom, it really down converts the quality. So you'll see and hear how it sounds using the built-in camera and mic. And then I went and activated, if you're hearing that snoring.
It's not though.
She took it to heart. Here, let's see if we can hear it. Oh, she stopped.
She stopped.
I think because she knows we're embarrass her. But how I was talking about grab your pillow, I'm going to talk a lot. She's like, all right. And she just knocked out. Anyways, the second part of the video will show me activating our USB external camera
You
and
can
USB
talk while it's
external mic.
playing.
Well, but I'm talking in the video.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and show you the examples.
So here is the difference between using the computer camera and the computer mic. Again, this is all from straight from the laptop. No microphone, camera, all that straight from the stock laptop.
Versus now I'm using the USB camera and the USB microphone. So now you can hear and see the differences in quality in just changing those two things out. All right, so you can definitely hear a marked difference. The stock or the built-in microphone, it sounds like you're underwater and it sounds very tinny, and then it also cuts in and out, and that's because it just doesn't know. It's trying to grab audio from wherever. There's like two mics near the screen, and it's just like it's like trying to zone in on what's in front. So you'll notice, like, if anybody starts talking off to the side, like you lose, they dip in and out. It's because the camera mics are built to be like pick up whatever's right in front.
Oh, like Liz and Steve.
Yeah, so like when we had a Zoom call with our friends Liz and Steve, who are sitting like this.
Yeah.
And if they turned a little bit to the side or moved over a little bit, and their mouth was not in line with the mic, they would just dip out. Like there'd be no sound, just be. So, with using an external microphone, these are built for picking up, audio that is meant for people talking and such. So when I say a USB microphone, what I'm talking about is a microphone that you can plug in using a USB cord into your computer. Focus.
Let me try.
Focus. There we go.
Oh no.
Jamie ruined it. Anyway, okay, there. So this is a USB plug. And so most laptops and stuff have USB plugs in the side. So you can plug in a keyboard or mouse or whatever. So you just get a microphone. This is the one that we're featuring. This is the one that we use exclusively for not only for video calls, but even for like our live streams, like when we do virtual events and stuff. And
that's the one?
Yeah. This mic is awesome. It's the Samsung, not Samsung, but Samsung Q2U. And
this one?
Yep.
So it's mic with stand on the website.
It's either mic with stand or deluxe mic setup.
Oh, it's the same microphone.
Mm-hmm. It's
Samson. What the heck is Samson?
It is a mythical character from the Bible.
That's the brand of it? What? That's so funny. It's so cheap.
So as long as you don't cut this microphone's hair, it'll have its strength. But that's the beauty of this thing.
Funny.
It's so affordable. Well, to me, okay, so I say it's affordable. To you, it might be like, wow.
Yeah.
But it's like $60, $70, which to me is very affordable. Because when we buy professional grade microphones, you're looking at several $100s. So to me, for $70, like this is a super high quality mic. You heard the quality change from the computer mic to when I plugged into this. And you don't have to have, as you saw, you don't have to have it like right up to your mouth. Like it was about maybe this distance away, and it picked up really strong. You didn't hear a lot of that air ambient noise around and static. It sounded like as if I was just talking right here, because it's got a sensor that is really sensitive to pick up right here.
Thank you, Brian.
Brian says Samsung Technologies has been around since 1980. Thanks to Google. So they're around. And if you even look on the Amazon ratings, like
super high
they have like
ratings.
several thousand, like almost 3,000 reviews.
But it's not like a known microphone
it's not.
brand.
But the cool thing about this is that it's multi-use. You can not only plug it in via USB, but for those of you who want to get into like professional production, it also has a XLR plug as well, which you can plug into like sound systems and switchboards and stuff. And then you could even, this is built for podcasting. So like if you want to stick in a microphone in here just to hear,
A microphone into the microphone?
I'm sorry, headphones into it. So this has like multiple uses and such. But the main thing that I love about it is like the affordability and the sound quality. And it's so easy to use because to use it, all you do is you plug it into your computer through the USB plug. And then if let's say you're using Zoom, you just select it as your microphone. So make sure it's not just as simple as you plug it in, it's automatically going to use it. Sometimes Zoom doesn't, it'll go with whatever it first used, which most cases is your computer microphone. So it's not just as simple as plugging it in. You plug it in and then you go to your audio settings, which is usually in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And then you can go to select microphone and it'll pull a drop-down menu of different microphones, and it'll probably say, like for a PC, it'll say Realtek, which is your stock PC mic. And then it'll also say Samsung. And so that's yours. And you click that. And now it's using the USB mic. And it's awesome. So the two links that we have, one is just the mic only. So it'll just give you the basics that you need, which is the microphone and the cord. And then if you get
and
this cute little tiny mini stand, which is great for if you're putting it on your desk. So it takes up some space though. You know, obviously it takes up some what is that thing called when you buy landscape? I don't know. It takes up some property. I don't know. So if you're
real estate,
there it is. Ding ding ding. 2 points. So it takes up some real estate on your desk. So if you're the type like me that has like tons of stuff on the desk and you don't have space for this, then the second link, which is not only the mic, but it comes with all kinds of cool accessories that really step up your game. That's for those of you who want to be as... thank you, Brian. You knew it. That's for those of you who want to be, as the kids like to say, extra. And so it'll come with this like...
Here, show mine because you're talking on yours.
So it'll come with this like arm that you can attach. You clamp it down to your desk.
Ooh, I'm like Vanna White.
Yeah. So this can adjust height, length, distance, everything. Like it's basically articulatable arm that can hold the microphone to whichever position you want without taking up any of your desk space because it clamps to the side of your desk. So that's one that's really cool. Two, it also comes with a windscreen. So
that's for popping.
Yeah. So this already comes with like this little foam thing on the top, which does a really great job of filtering a lot of like the harsh sounds like S's and T's and P's. But this adds an additional screen protection. So if you tend to be one of those close talkers that like to go, today we like to prepare something. I don't know. If you're Sylvester,
I don't think anybody's gonna need that.
But this actually really helps with clearing a lot of those things. Yeah, so the main thing, those are the two main things that come with that, what is it called? What are we calling it? The
microphone?
No, the
Deluxe
mic setup. So deluxe mic setup comes with these two items that are the main difference of what you get from just getting the microphone only. And so for some, just the saving of real estate is worth the extra cost alone. So that's for the microphone. Super easy. A great buy.
Did you see what Brian said?
So Brian's talking about that he lacks USB real estate. So a good thing that you can get for those. So if you're using PC and it only has like one or two USB ports, you can buy like what's it called, like a USB hub, and it looks, I can't show you.
Yeah, we can't unplug it.
It's a bar that has multiple USB plugs into it. The better one to get, they have some that you just plug into the USB port and it makes like 4 more plugs. Then there's these other ones that are a little more deluxe that have power connected to it, where you have to plug it into a power source. Those are better because they having the power allows them to push out more information and stuff. And so when you're using video and sound and stuff like that, it's better to have one of those powered hubs. So go get one of those USB hubs. If you're using Mac, I think most of them don't have a USB plug. So they actually, Mac makes you purchase like stuff that like you plug into.
They have ones that will plug into the Firewire. It just depends on what type of Mac you have. So what kind of pluggy you have. If it's the Lightning one, the what shape
USB-C,
of the USB one is, and then just find a hub that plugs into that.
Yeah. So Brian says he'll look. It's like a power bar but for
Yeah.
USBs for his Windows 10 machine, which I think is funny. You call it a Windows 10 machine. AKA your computer. Yes, she did say pluggy. We're very professional and technical here, Brian. But yeah, consider it like a USB power bar, like a power strip.
Yeah.
So once you have that, then you can plug in all kinds of stuff. So that's another essential tool that you would need.
When you're getting that, just get so it'll have like a cable that connects into your computer. So if your computer's like on a lifted thing, so you want to get like a cable that's long enough so that your USB hub can be somewhere comfortable. Because if it's like super short, then it's going to be like hanging off in the air, and you don't want that.
Just like power strips, like whenever you go and see like the power strip hanging and all these things hanging out there, it's like, ooh, that's a fire hazard. Same kind of thing. It's not a fire hazard per se, but it's a hazard for the quality of your
computer.
Okay, so the next thing, which was the camera quality. So a real quick, easy, cost-effective solution is to get, you guessed it, a USB camera. So it's an external camera that you can plug into your USB. And this one's good because, as you saw, the difference in picture quality, the colors are better, the white balance and all that. Usually the pixelation is less using these kind. Now, the problem is there's so many USB cameras out there, and they range from like as low as like $10 to like $500. So it's like, well, which one do you get? Just know that you could have the best USB camera out there, and if you're using it in Zoom, it's only going to be as good as Zoom kind of allows. So this is actually like a pretty, like, this one is not the one that's in the Amazon link that we sent. The one that we sent in the Amazon link is better than this one, but this is, I just wanted to show you an example. This was a real cheap USB camera that we got that does the trick. But I didn't want to suggest it because there's better cameras out there, which we put in our list there. But the one that we included in the Amazon link, that one was made for Zoom in particular. Like, so it's probably the best chance you can get at a good quality picture for like an affordable USB camera. Traditionally, if you wanted it to look like what we look like now, like a lot of the times when I'm at this computer and I'm on a Zoom, our video quality looks pretty close to this, and people are like, dang, how did you get the blurred background and all that stuff? Well, that's because we're using our really good Sony camera, which these run for about like $700-800. It's a DSLR camera, and in order to use a camera like this, you need to have what's called a capture card, because you can't just plug this directly into your computer and say, okay, now I have an external camera, let me use it. The computer won't recognize it for things like video calls and stuff like that.
Were you supposed to put the camera on the list? It's just the cable and the...
Oh, did I not?
No. I was wondering why you had the capture card on there.
Oh.
Okay, I'll add it.
We'll have to add that. This is like a really great camera.
Yeah.
But most of you will be like $700-800. Like, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
And that's right. Like, it's a lot just to do nicer zooms. But if you happen to have one already on hand, most of them have what's called like a mini USB plug that can then go
HDMI.
to, or HDMI, sorry, mini HDMI outlet that will then, you basically need
Micro
HDMI.
HDMI to regular HDMI.
You basically need to be able to plug into an HDMI plug. So from your camera to an HDMI. So most cameras don't have, like this is huge. It wouldn't necessarily fit in here. So they'll have like a micro HDMI port.
I don't think anybody's going to do this.
Well, anyways, then they go to getting what's called a capture card. This is what I put in the link. It's super small and it looks like nothing. It looks like a USB drive. But this is, hey, Jill. Jill's here.
An angel.
An angel. Oh, hi, guys. Angel, I want to visit your pig before it gets too big. Anyways. This little contraption is what will then allow your computer to recognize the signal coming from your DSLR camera.
Oh.
So you're going to get a HDMI cord to go from your camera into this capture card, which will then plug into your computer in the USB plug.
Carol proved me wrong.
See, Carol, thank you, Carol, for supporting me. So that is the real simple solution, how to use your DSLR camera as your webcam. Most people don't understand that, and they just plug it straight into their computer, and it doesn't work. And this is why, because you need what's called a capture card. In the list of things that we suggested, this is probably the better capture card. That it's probably the more affordable, high quality capture card you can get. It's called the Elgato Camlink. It's kind of like the industry standard. Like Elgato has been a brand that's really consistent as far as doing virtual streaming and all that stuff. Like most of our equipment is Elgato, which is the cat in Mexican. I'm just kidding.
In Mexican?
I know it's Spanish. Wow, look at her go crazy.
What?
Yeah. If you do have a DSLR camera, or you have the funds to buy a fancy one, this is what you'll need to make it work. But if you don't, then that webcam that I put in there is an affordable, like as probably as good of a quality camera as you can get for Zoom. It's not going to look as good as a DSLR like this setup that I just said, but it's better than your laptop. Now, the caveat, or the one exception, is that Elgato actually just came out with a webcam that has a built-in capture card, which is super amazing. To me, it's awesome that it's affordable, in my opinion. I think it's $200? It's $200, which again, for some of you are like, gosh, that's a lot of money. But considering that this replaces the need to buy a DSLR camera, to buy the capture card, it's all in one. It's actually like pretty remarkable that it's $200. So if $200 is affordable for you or your organization, I would suggest going with the Elgato Facecam, which literally just came out like a few weeks ago. But I personally haven't been able to get my hands on it because we don't have enough money.
He's not allowed to spend money right now.
But I've had some colleagues and people that I follow that have done live, what is that thing called? Like samples or testings of it. And so I've gotten to see how it looks, and it's pretty amazing. Like it's pretty much like this quality, but all in this tiny, it's like about this, a little more square than this. So that the link to that product is also on our suggested items page. That is not available on Amazon yet. It's still too new, so you got to get it directly from Elgato themselves.
Elgato.
But yeah, the reviews have been just through the roof. Everyone's just loving that thing. So we have your super affordable one, which is your, the USB cam, and then you have the super deluxe, which is the capture card connecting to a DSLR camera, and then you have the more affordable, best of both worlds, Elgato face cam. So those are the choices for that we suggest for cameras. Now the next thing that I wanted to talk about is audio, and that's using headphones. So a lot of you have seen people have those giant headphones like this. People are on their Zoom calls like this, and then some of them have like the microphone thingy here because it's like a gaming headphone. And for a lot of you, you want to look, one, like a professional, and two, you just don't want to look like you're going out into the snow and having like giant earmuffs, or looking like original
Earmuffs.
TC when he's flying his helicopter. So if you are vain like me and don't want to look like that, these earbuds are awesome. So they're just like regular earbuds, but they are like Secret Service style kind, where
Oh, it is Secret Service.
low profile. So what it is that it fits into your ear.
You guys show how to put it on.
Fit it into your ear, and then you just put the cord over your ear, and then if I had more time, I would put it, down the back of my shirt. But let's just say I did that. But look how you can barely tell that I have headphones on now. You don't see the wires, and all it looks like is like I have like maybe like a cool little earpiece. So like I can be like and now okay, I'm just being told that you are awesome. So it's like you can have a lot of fun with it. But it's really high quality. It's like noise cancellation because it fills the ear canal, and it's a solid, like the sound quality is fantastic. I put the link in the page to this particular product. Very affordable. Got to thank my man Doc Rock for putting us onto that. He had suggested it. So I would say go with that for headphones. There's a second link on there for the headphones with microphones. So you can do either just straight up headphones only or headphones with microphones. So the reason why you'd want one or the other is if you want the best microphone, you get your USB mic and the headphone only and use that. If you don't have a USB microphone and you only have budget or want to get the earbuds, then I would suggest getting the earbuds with microphones so that you're not relying on your computer microphone, which, as we heard, sucks. This will be much better than the computer microphone, but not as good as the USB microphone. So
If you get, because we had that lady one time whose computer wouldn't allow her something. Was it she couldn't have the separate microphone and she couldn't hear and talk at the same time?
yeah, so that's a problem that may come up
With old computers.
Yeah, so sometimes not only like in Zoom can you select like here's what microphone I want to use, here's what speaker I want to use. Sometimes the computer itself also forces you to choose from the computer side which microphone and speaker that it wants to send out to Zoom. So the newer computers usually don't have that issue. It's just you plug it in and they'll say like, hey, we got all these microphones to choose from and all these speakers, and I'm just going to send it to Zoom and let Zoom figure it out. For the older computers, what we've seen, some of them, they'll say they won't show up in Zoom because the computer's only sending whatever it wants to. And so you have to go into the computer settings and say, hey, I want to select this USB microphone as my default microphone. I want to select these headphones as my default speaker. That's where the issue comes from.
I thought that she had to get the one with the microphone and the earphones together.
Yeah, and maybe there are computers out there that do that. I would think that is
Probably not the case.
But it's hard to explain to somebody who, and a lot of us are guilty of this, like we just don't understand computers and stuff. So if you're one of those types, just know that may occur if you have an older computer. And if you need my help, call me. I'll try to walk you through it.
He's had to do this with a lot of people.
Yeah. So the last thing is lighting, which as you can see, we're very illuminated here. The samples that I showed you of my Zoom call, those were with zero lighting other than like the ceiling light. But for a lot of you, lighting can make a difference as to how you look. So I'm going to show you an example of what it would look like without this. Right now we're using is a ring light. So I'm going to turn that off and just turn on the ceiling light.
Just tell me to do it. I don't want to sit there by myself.
You're probably going to break it. No, I'm just kidding.
Aww. Oh, that's awful.
So look how junk this looks.
Wow.
Like we're in the shadows, and it's actually pretty bright. Like I can see everything in here, but it looks like we're in the dark. But that's because of the placement of the light, and all that jazz. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this back off.
Do I turn on the... Oh, now it's Halloween. I'm a jack-o'-lantern. Oh no, I'm so stupid.
I think that was funny. So there are two kinds of lights that people tend to know about. One is the ring light, which is that circle light with the hole in the middle, which is what we're using right now. And then one is like a square light. I tend to like the square lights now. I used to like the ring lights. The ring lights are cool in the sense that the light is round, so it illuminates more round to just kind of evenly light the face, and it also like matches the shape of your eyes, the pupils of your eyes. So when you see the light in the reflection of your eyes, it just kind of makes your eyes look brighter. But the problem with that is it kind of just to me it's not as artistic as the square lights, because the square lights can show a little more depth and shadows in your face and stuff. This is all just personal preference. Either way, whichever one you get is still going to be way better than not having any lights at all. So I'm just getting into the nitty gritty of the differences between the two. And the reason why is because I gave you two options in the list. I gave you a ring shaped light, a circle light.
No, you didn't.
I did. Yeah. See.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah.
It is. Nah.
And then one's a square shaped light. So it's just a matter of which one you prefer. But these ones I picked out were specific to put on the desktop. And that's so that you can either take up some real estate on your desk, or you can also like buy a clamp and clamp it on. But
This is just a circular light. It's not a ring light.
yeah, I made it a circular light so that I picked this one because it fills more. And the ring lights tend to have ring lights, you got to get like big ones for it to do anything, and it's very cumbersome. Like the one we have right now is about 20 inches, so it's like this big, and I don't think a lot of you want a gigantic light there.
But they have small
the small ones, and those are not very good quality. Like it's just kind of focuses on like spots. It doesn't fill out the whole thing. So this light that I picked out fills out more space so that it's even and it's strong enough to give off a good look. So that's what the problem is. A lot of people get things because they hear, oh, ring light, and then they see on Amazon like, hey, $20 ring light, it's small, it fits on my table, perfect. It's still gonna make you look ugly sometimes. So let's see, I'll show you the difference. So take a look at how we look like with the ring light. You can kind of see our eyeballs. Okay, and now this is what the square light would look like.
That one's so small.
Oh, this one's really small.
That's a tiny little. That's not.
So I failed on this. I wanted to show you. So I actually don't have the ones that we're suggesting. So this is
that one from over there.
So the other thing we have is like a huge one. Which,
it's too big.
yeah. Let me mess around with this real quick. So I made it brighter. So this is as best as I can use as an example, because just to show you, this light that I'm using right now is like a quarter the size of the light I'm suggesting to you. But look how tiny this thing is. But it's still like a square shape, and it's soft boxed. The soft box, by the way, makes takes away harsh shadows and contrast. So that's, well, Jamie just totally went against everything I said and set up a beautiful light
Oh,
without
I'm
much
sorry.
effort. No, it's good. I'm appreciating that you're doing that. So, okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to go kind of up close, but a square light, you know, it's tiny, but it's soft box, meaning like it's not just like direct light bulb to face. Jamie has a bigger light, which is a little more accurate to the thing that I was showing you, but it's also a really bright light, which is a little unfair because it's not going to be this strong.
I broke it.
Ooh, now I'm the pumpkin.
I broke it.
Jamie broke the light. Maybe just hold it by your hand.
I was trying to take it off so I could just hold it.
Yeah. I saved this for the last because I knew it was going to be trouble. And it looks like we're more professional than we really are. So this is like a super strong light. The dimmer is on the remote control.
Oh.
Here, I know.
Hello. This is so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is what we're playing with.
Anyways.
It's a big square.
Anywho, this is a bad example because we weren't prepared to use this thing. Just know that whether you get that circle one or the square one, it's good. It's just a matter of personal preference. I didn't give you a good example of how different the square to circle is, but just know that I like the square. But the circle one's pretty cool too. This is the circle one. Looks good to me. Should be good enough for you. Anyways, though that's it. I think that's everything. So we covered sound, microphone, camera, audio, so headphones, and lighting. Those are the main things that you can improve to make your Zoom calls better. And in fact, Jill and Angel, you guys are a great example of when using your computer camera and audio.
Are you gonna be mean?
Well, no, because every time they're on together, like I'm excited to hear, but one of them, because the microphone, yeah. So a lot of times I'll have to ask them to repeat because the mic won't pick up the other one, and it kind of cuts in and out. And I love all the banter and things that they talk about. So I get so upset and frustrated when I can't hear when I see Jill or Angel's mouth moving, but I don't hear the words. Like, oh, what are they saying? I'm missing out on something funny. And they go, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, If they had these kind of mics, if they had USB mics, I could hear all of the things that they're saying.
They would still be okay with just one, huh?
Yeah. So here's an example. So this is also kind of like a similar mic to the one we're talking about. So go ahead and turn mine on. Is yours on or mine on?
Oh, I turned it on. No, I turned it off.
So this is, if we're just talking, Jamie, if you want to talk too.
I'm talking to. Hello.
So it picks up both of our voices fine.
La, la, la.
We're sharing it. You still don't have all that fuzz and echo, sound like we're underwater. It still works out fine. So still way better than, if we weren't sharing a mic. Okay, you can turn yours back on. Jill says, oh my God, we have too much backlight with the lighted curtain. So yeah, the other thing too is when you have light, whether it's a window or a light behind you, it's going to make you look all shadowy in the front. So that's why having a light in front of you to illuminate you will make a big difference. So that's why those lights that I pointed out to you are super helpful and super important. That way you have a little more flexibility of where you can shoot your Zoom calls from or your video calls from, because a lot of people like have a terrible background and but this is the only way I can look because it's the only way that I'm not looking like a shadow. But if you have a light, you can play around a little more with where you can shoot from.
And try to have the light a little higher. Like don't have it right in front of you. Have it at an angle higher up, so it doesn't make you look like a flat moon face, which is what I look like a lot. Because if it's a little higher, then it'll show a little more contour on your face.
Yeah. Contour meaning like shadows?
Yeah.
Okay. Jill asks, what if you want to hide blemishes or skin spots? That is what you use, either filters in Zoom. They have some beauty filters, or a little thing called makeup. But you don't have to worry about that, Jill, because you are beautiful no matter what they say. Oh, besides the filter. Yeah. So yeah, then you're gonna use makeup.
The shadowy look matches my personality.
Oh, Brian. You could also, what you can also do is make your your light really bright, and then you just look really white, and then all of your blemishes are gone, but then you can't really see the people's face. So it looks right. Jill says this is why you tune in for the compliments. Any other questions that you guys have? I know it may seem like a lot, but honestly, I tried to break it down to as simple as possible because I was in the same situation when I was trying to buy stuff. Like, we have a ton of equipment that we don't use anymore because I just kept buying all kinds of junk thinking, oh, maybe this will work, maybe this will help. So I speak from experience of like, yeah, there's so much to choose from. So I just really tried to whittle down to like, here are items that I think, you know, are gonna be good, and you don't have to get too lost in the details of it. Like, this should work fine for you, and explaining why one, you know, performs a different way than the other, like how the cameras are different, like the webcam versus the DSLR versus the face cam. That's how you get all these different looks. And when I started using the DSLR with that capture card plugged into the USB thing, that was a huge journey for me because I thought, oh, look, the camera has a USB or a HDMI plug, and I just plugged it straight into my computer, which had an HDMI input, and it's like couldn't work, and I didn't understand. And then a friend of mine told me about the capture card.
Thank you,
Chris Luke. Shout outs to Chris Luke. But even when he showed me that, I still had trouble, and it was a lot of confusion. So this is the simplest setup that I could suggest to you guys. That should be pretty easy to do. Jill's going. See you, Jill. Brian says really great information. Definitely look into the earbuds. Yes, those earbuds are awesome. And at first they're gonna look a little intimidating when you take them out of the package
because they look weird.
Yeah, they look really weird. But all it is, you just plug the cord into the earbud, put on the size of the rubber end that fits your ear, and all you do is like look at that. It looks like an ear. And so this part goes in your ear, and then this cord's hook it over the top of your ear, and you're good.
Or just call Nolan and he'll help you.
And it's moldable. It's very moldy. But yeah, those earbuds, game changer for me. Love them, and I think you'll love them too.
And on that page too, if you on the bottom of that link, there's tips for positioning your laptop so that you don't look so chinny or foreheady. Yeah,
because a lot of the times people who are on video calls, the camera's like down here and looking up, so you look like very like your chin's like this.
Oh, look at my chin.
But if you have it slightly it's almost like those like selfies everybody like because you want to thin this out. But anyways, yeah, that's something that we thought would be really helpful. So not only do we have what gear to get, but how to look better as well. Just like stuff you don't need the gear for. These are just tips that can help you regardless of what kind of equipment you have. So yeah, go and check out that link. If you don't see the link anywhere, just go to our website, popcm.me. And then up at the top, one of them, it says stuff we suggest or something like that. What is it called?
This is all new.
Stuff we recommend. Oh, I was close. But yeah, just click on that tab and it'll pull up the Zoom setup button. And then you click on that and that'll have all of the list of items that we just discussed today and the links to Amazon where you can purchase them. And give us credit for it if you buy it. We just need, I think, I'm not gonna say.
Don't say
Okay.
it. You're gonna get
We
in
just
trouble.
need you to love us and appreciate our work. If you have any other questions, if you're watching this on demand and didn't get a chance to ask us specific questions, throw them in the comment section, or you can email us, and our email address is
It worked.
info@popcm.me, and we'll answer you as best we can. And again, we're not like super experts or anything. This is just after a lot of trial and error and a lot of money that I spent.
Which is why he can't get the face cam.
Which I want it so bad. It's such a cool camera. My gosh. Oh, real quick. Some people will ask, like, if you get the USB cam, it has a built-in microphone. Most cameras have a built-in microphone for the webcams. And people will ask, like, well, should I just use that? The built-in microphones are probably better quality than your built-in microphone in your computer, but it still will be pretty junk. Like I would be surprised if they're really good quality where you wouldn't either use the earbud microphone or the USB mic that I talked about. So if you see like, hey, I'm getting this USB camera and it says it has a built-in microphone already, so I don't need the USB microphone. True, but it's not going to sound as good as what I showed you. The USB microphone is built specifically for talking versus this is like still. Let me try and get whatever's out here in front. All right, Brian's got here his look better on Zoom guide. Yay! Thanks, Brian. Hope it works for you. And for the rest of you who joined us, thank you for spending time with us. This is an episode that I've wanted to do for so long. But Jamie was like, but you don't know anything. And what are we going to talk about? And I was like, I got so much stuff I want to show people. And everyone's always asking me about gear. So I hope this helped you. This is something that I really wanted to talk about. And the fact that now we have the help of Amazon to help give you guys an idea, I hope that helps you guys. Right? Next week, we will not be doing a Pop Live.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Because we are taking our very first vacation in like 2 or 3 years. Maybe 2.5 years.
We took a day off in 2020.
We took a day off in 2020.
Our anniversary.
So this will be, aside from that, our first like official vacation in a couple of years, maybe 3 years. And so we are actually going like radio silent from as far as our work duties go. So if you want to like talk to us as friends and stuff, yeah, we're all for it. But as far as like our Pop Live, we're going to take a break next week. And then we'll be back the following week, probably on Tuesday. I'm not too sure. But you guys have been really great at just paying attention to when the notices go out. We try our best to notify people through our newsletter and also through Facebook that, hey, you know, we've scheduled a Pop Live episode, and so you could follow us that way. Thanks. Brian says it's very well deserved.
And thank you for watching, Carol.
Yes, thank you, Carol. And Carol, thank you for supporting me and making me feel like what I talked about was helpful after she almost made me like stop in the middle of it. It's like, I don't think you need to talk about this. Nobody wants to know this. You wanted to know it, Carol. You did. And that is why you are my friend. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. Throw it in the comment section or email us. And we'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Oh, no. Where's the button? Oh, oh no. Oh, I did so good.